Congratulations, Brad Keysor, on the win here at SUPRSNationals. It was a fine one, able to hang on all the way to the end. You looked like you had a rocket ship out there. How good was that race car tonight?
Thank you, Bob. The car was actually really good. I want to first say thanks to First Finish Servers for putting on a great show here. Icing's on top, and obviously Breeze Graphics for letting us put on a great show. Car was actually pretty good. Same car I had a couple weeks ago when Dave O was able to take the win from me, so I knew I had a good machine underneath me. The owner did not fire the driver this week. The driver did his part. I have a feeling, though, as much as I'd like to take credit for a great win, I have a feeling that the two drivers behind me were really running strategy. I think Rob was very much racing Keith and just focused on staying ahead of Keith. So early on, I think Rob could have pushed me a little more and used up some equipment, but I think he ran the big picture race, which allowed me to save mine as well. And then I have a suspicion Dave O was doing similar, looking at the bounty and charting out the championship for the wing season. Looking at that, I mean, both teams, all three cars are outstanding. Dave was obviously really quick, running a 16.2, but it was a good run. The car felt good, and it's just nice to finish off the wing season this way. Non-wing.
Well, Brad, we got a big 200 lapper coming up next for the mods, and it is going to be a great race for sure. A big change going from these wing super modifieds to the the enclosed cockpit, tight corners, pit stops, cautions of the modifieds. How do you get ready to go for that?
Yeah, it's a tough transition without any real warm-up laps. You're going to go in, jump in, and get ready to go. So it's really probably about taking it slow early. It's a 200 lap race, so there's no reason to rush it. So that's going to be my strategy. Get out there, kind of get the car underneath me, be safe, get a couple pit stops underneath you and try to stay in touch and see what happens from there. But I was excited about how the test went. I think I got a good car underneath me again for that show, and it should be interesting.
Well, congratulations once again, Brad. A great win for you here tonight, and a great way to start out the 15th annual Topless 200 week.
Thank you, sir.
Rocket Rob Warren comes home with the ESS championship. Rob, you had a pretty good car, and then you got passed, and it looked like the car came in at the end, but none of that matters. It didn't matter where you finished tonight as long as you finished ahead of Keith Powell, and you picked up 15 bonus points and padded that points lead by just a little bit over Dave O, and it's got to feel good wrapping up another ESS championship here tonight. How good of a race car did you have tonight? What were you lacking?
I'd call that the snot rocket. That car was not fantastic. It took a long time for it to come in. When it did come in, I could follow Brad, and when I followed Brad, he'd have a minor oops, but I wouldn't be in a spot where I could capitalize. And he could get a run off of turn 4 where my car wanted to dance. I knew I wasn't going to be able to win it easily or handily or cleanly, and Dave O came on strong, and I knew he was way faster than me in clean air, so I just went high in turn 1 and let him go by. Started realizing, you fool, you got a wing on the car, you have to drive it differently. Don't ride the brakes going into 3, don't ride the brakes going down front stretch, just tap them slightly on corner entry, and the lap times went from 16.7s back to 16.4s, and I started to catch up to the two of them, but they had a race going on, and I knew I just had to finish where I was gonna finish. So I couldn't catch them, but I was right there to watch it happen. So it was fun. It was a good race. Congrats to Brad.